Meanwhile, it's back to school, but not for everyone in New York City. Some New York City schools forced to turn kids away on their first day as classrooms can't handle the massive influx of migrant children, which number 21,000. Now Mayor Eric Adams is trying to place blame on the Trump people?
The migrants. This is a national problem. It should be handled by the national government. But let's be clear, this mess is Trump-like Republicans' mess. Real immigration reform, you know, I'm hearing those who coming out saying Eric is right, Eric is right. But don't pick half of what you say I'm right on. Pick the other half. That Trump Republicans created this mess. And we need to fix this mess with real immigration reform.
That is rich. This comes as a new report says the Biden administration is considering forcing migrant families, illegal immigrant families, to remain in Texas. Here to react, former Vice President, and he was just called out now, and 2024 presidential candidate Mike Pence. Great to see you, Mr. Vice President.
Good to see you, bro.
It's your fault. You and Donald Trump's fault. What's your reaction to the blame game?
Well, look,
you haven't been in office in 2.5 years.
Yeah, look, it was Labor Day. I was up in New Hampshire, and you know, I said on New York radio that I appreciate Mayor Adams calling out Joe Biden, but it's pretty rich to hear him say that after our administration reduced illegal immigration and asylum abuse by 90% by building hundreds of miles of wall, remain in Mexico policy that I negotiated on behalf of the administration, and Title 42. And then Joe Biden came in, and on day one, he dismantled all of the policies of our administration that had worked to secure the southern border of the United States. So, you know, I appreciate Mayor Adams conceding the fact that this is a Biden administration problem, but it originated with the Biden administration as well, and the American people know it.
Do you think he believes what he said? Do you think he believes what he said?
It's really hard to believe. Literally, I mean, we had secured the southern border of the United States. And, you know, as I'm out traveling all across the country campaigning for the Republican nomination, sometimes people say to me, do you think we can secure the southern border? I remind them, we did it before. Okay, we literally secured the southern border of the United States. We can do it again, but Joe Biden's open borders policies have created the worst border crisis in American history. If I'm president of the United States, day one, we put back into effect the policies that worked in our administration and build out from there to secure our border and fix this broken immigration system.
But as you know, we got up to 80,000 here illegally. State of emergency in Massachusetts. Sure. In Chicago, you see what's going on there. There was assault on 2 cops. They got to put them into 10 cities.
Right.
So if you take over, what do we do with all the people that were here, that are here?
Well, look, what you got to do, you got to enforce the law. You've got to basically restore the capacity to return people back across the border. That's what Title 42 allowed us to do. And then you've got to end the flow. I was actually told by the former head of Border Patrol that literally once the election settled out in 2020, the massive flow of people began. This is all driven by the cartels. This is the most dramatic example of human trafficking in the history of the world.
As you know, they're here already, and the sanctuary city policy makes it almost impossible to get them out. Some polls just came out on CNN that are stunning to the people of CNN, maybe not to you. Among the people that beat Joe Biden head-to-head is Mike Pence, 46-44, and that's for the first time that I'm seeing this. Is it for you? Why do you think it's happening now?
Well, look, Joe Biden has weakened this country at home and abroad. The American people are onto it. I mean, 61% of Americans in that same poll disapprove of the job he's doing as president of the United States. And all the gauzy ads, all the gauzy speeches and posturing by Joe Biden aren't going to change the fact that the American people know we need change in the White House. And I'm humbled by the support that we're receiving. I saw Ainsley's out at the machine shed in Iowa. I'm going to be back in Iowa on 9/11 and spending a good part of the week there. But, you know, I'm very humbled at the support that we're receiving. But, you know, I also believe, Brian, that we not only need new leadership in the White House, we need new leadership in the Republican Party, leadership that is grounded in the timeless, traditional, conservative values that have always defined our movement.
Right. You're trailing the president, the former president, by about 40 points. How do you make up that gap?
Well, you know, look, the Lions beat the Chiefs, right? I mean, the American people love competition. I think Labor Day hits and the debate really begins. And we're just going to go out. We're going to tell our story. I say with great humility, I really believe that I'm the most qualified, the most experienced, the most tested and proven conservative in this race. We're going to carry that message forward, and we'll let the people in Iowa and New Hampshire and every state across the country decide.
You're not going to let Mayor Adams get you down, even though he blamed you for
We're going to hold him
crisis.
Accountable. We're going to secure the southern border of the United States. I promise you.
Mr. Vice President, thanks so much for starting your day with me. And you look so wide awake in the morning, you could host a morning show should you not become President of the United States. And very, very few candidates can say that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Brian.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.